the next day.
You're going to jail. Everyone that's down bad for Akiza realizing she's like 15 or 16. Oh no.
Wait, what? He put a sheet over the couch to sleep on. You wonder if it's comfortable. Says the one that just slept on it.
Yeah, unless we slept on the floor. There's this dang Akiza meme. As bad as I'm pretty sure I sent it to the chat the other day, but now I can't remember where it is in all of the freaking memes I sent that day, so...
Mason, you're awake? It seems Akiza's okay now, too. Thanks a lot for yesterday. Because of you, I was able to understand Yusei's message. If I hadn't gotten that message, I probably would have just gone down the path of destruction. I'm in your debt. Please take this card from me.
Alright, I can think of some ways to pay that debt.
Yusei's right there!
What?
Queen of Thorns. But you were really at the Arcadia movement, right? Huh? I had no idea you were a friend of Yusei's. Yeah, he was
Neither did I.
Yeah, he was brainwashed there and just got his memories back. Brainwashed? Really? So that's what they were doing over there.
I do think it's kind of dumb that she never thought to check, but...
Miss Akiza Azinski? I see that you're here too. That's great. Mr. Fudo, Mrs. Azinski, Director Goodwin would like to see you. Now. I really don't like it when the lag hits on the text boxes, but there's nothing I can do about it, because I honestly think it's my PC.
Oof.
Goodwin? What does he want with us? He has something very important to discuss with you regarding the Crimson Dragon and the Signers. I'll go on. So please, just head down there when you're ready. So, who's gonna bring the explosives?
I mean, Akiza basically is one.
Yeah, but if we're going to completely get rid of Goodwin and level the building that is literally the head of Sector Security, who, let's be honest, we're still not big fans of, we're gonna need explosives.
No, don't worry. I've got a few.
Yusei, do you think we can trust Goodwin? Even Yusei. He's already done so much I can't forgive. But I had that vision at the Fortune Cup. And remember what happened yesterday? Satellite is in danger. And the only one who seems to know anything about this mystery is him. So in order to get some information out of him, you're going to let him lure you in. Yeah. The most important thing right now is to get to the bottom of this. Again, we should bring explosives. Bury him under his building. Yep. He's your favorite blonde bad boy.
What's with you? You're thinking of taking Goodwin's bait?
Yes, if it means I get to learn the truth behind that vision I saw. And if Satellite is really in danger, I'm gonna do what I can to stop the threat.
You're saying that that's the fate of the signers? Hey, by the way, isn't that... Mason, what are you doing here? I thought I pushed you off a building or something. And more than that, you're still alive after falling off that building? Glad to see it.
I'm pretty sure we evacuated before the building actually fully collapsed. Apparently, our old friend...
I was just making a joke about how he tended to betray his friends.
Apparently, our old friend here was captured by the Arcadia movement.
I'm going to do something just for fun. I'm going to start a playthrough of Infinite Youth stacked Pokemon. I'm going to start with a freaking Mewtwo. Huh, imagine us meeting again in a place like this.
We don't have much time. Please continue this conversation on the way to meeting Director Goodwin. Let's get going. Chapter 5. Fate. Signers versus Dark Signers. So we are in the last chapter.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I think I was Rex. Welcome, Signers. It's unfortunate that it's taken this long to get you all here, but alas.
Well, time to take Pokemon number 150 as a starter.
I am simply glad that I can be here with you all today. Jack is up.
Something smells fishy about this going.
What gave you the first clue? Goodwin, what is it that you want? Well, well. It doesn't seem like there's too much love for me here, does it? Very well then. Let's move on to the main topic at hand. Behold. This is the temple that lies beneath the mansion.
I just realized I gave myself a Mewtwo. There's no telling what they gave my rival. That looks just like the mark we all have. I'm trying to infringe on Disney's copyright.
Oh, speaking of Mark, do you notice a little extra addition that wasn't there at this point in the anime?
Hold up, why's that there?
You see it too.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be there.
Yeah, for those that don't know, that little extra mark. I am on an emulator, so I'll just use the mouse to kind of highlight it. This right here that this claw is holding, that is Leo's signer mark, and he's not supposed to have that until towards the end of the anime.
That's not even supposed to exist.
Yeah, it actually doesn't even appear on the full Crimson Dragon mark until Leo actually gets the mark.
Oh, this isn't good. My opponent is an Espeon. Clearly an Espeon fusion, but still an Espeon.
The Crimson Dragon. That's right. It's the mark of the signers passed down as a celestial legend. I'm sure you all saw it too. The vision that the Crimson Dragon showed us during the Fortune Cup. Here's now also an interesting little bit of lack of detail. Even though we see Leo's mark that's, again, not supposed to be there on the mark of the Crimson Dragon, the actual Crimson Dragon itself is not shown to actually carry what this new mark is supposed to be.
It's supposed to be the heart.
So he's not clutching his heart. Got it.
Yeah, that would be a bit weird, wouldn't it?
Come to think of it, we never really see the Crimson Dragon in its entirety once that new mark appears anyway. So we would have no idea what the actual heart would have looked like on the full body of the Crimson Dragon. Yes, we did. That was all part of its guidance for us. You all coming to New Domino City was also part of the path
I believe it's the heart. I could be going crazy.
You all coming to New Domino City was also part of the path that it laid out. I think there was a slight typo there. I think that's supposed to say part of the path that it laid out for us. So you're saying we were led there? No, that was all part of your plot to trick us into going there.
This has got nothing to do with the Crimson Dragon. We choose our own fights.
That, in itself, is the destiny brought forth by the power of the Crimson Dragon. I am merely following the guidance of the Crimson Dragon. That is all.
Did you really expect us to believe that?
What you believe is up to you. But as long as you are signers with power granted by the Crimson Dragon, you cannot escape fate.
Okay, so yes, it is the heart mark of the dragon. That's a really weird looking heart, huh?
If everything is destiny, as you say, is it also destiny that I have this power at all? This miserable power that has hurt so many, and has caused me to be hated and feared by everyone. Let's be honest, during your time as the Black Rose Witch, you enjoyed inflicting that pain. You're not innocent in this.
She was inflicting the pain she was feeling onto other people.
She still enjoyed it. And she did not try to stop herself. And while, yes, she was being gaslighted and manipulated by Sayer, she wasn't straight up brainwashed.
I would argue that gaslighting and emotional manipulation is pretty dang close, sir.
I mean brainwashed like we were.
We weren't even really that brainwashed. Arcadia! Oh gosh, that yawn hurt. Arcadia! You're not Disney friendly!
But without that power, you all would never have met, and your fates would still be unknown. Such is the case for you too, Luna. You know what really would get me to laugh?
What?
Is that after we finish this LP, Disney announces that they have bought Yu-Gi-Oh!
Stop revealing our plans to the masses!
Would it actually happen? Probably not.
Me too! How dare you rope Disney into this?
You were all selected to be the reincarnations of the legendary signers. This is a fate that was promised a few thousand years ago. You cannot fight against that. Hey, weren't there supposed to be 5 signers in all?
There's only 4 here now. Well, technically 5.
Leo's not a signer yet. Which means, again, that mark of the heart of the Crimson Dragon's not supposed to be there.
What's bad is, I don't even think that had been revealed in the anime, for at least in English, when this game came out.
Oh, so it even spoiled it.
Spoiled it! Does that mean Mason? Mason is connected to the spirit world too.
No, it is not him. The 5th signer already knows of their power.
Okay,
Yeah,
Captain,
Crow is not a signer yet. That 5th signer is Goodwin, but he's corrupted by power, so...
Which Goodwin?
Yes! Then who could it be?
Technically, there's actually no 5th signer currently, because the signer mark is just sitting in a tank.
Yeah, in the English dub version, it's literally just the mark is in a tank. But in the Japanese version, it is literally a straight up cut off arm that has the mark inside that tank.
I know, I'm just stating that currently, nobody has the mark.
When the time comes, they will appear before you.
Translation, when the time comes, a giant hummingbird-looking thing or vulture-looking thing is gonna jump you. What do you mean?
A few thousand years ago, all was nearly destroyed by evil incarnate, the king of the underworld. Red Nova? However, the Crimson Dragon descended and sealed away that evil into the ground.
The amount of editing this is going to take, just with the amount of exposition they've been doing.
Those are the Nazca lines. Those which were sealed away as a forbidden part of history have become active yet again. This is all the work of the Dark Signers. If our duels are based on the power of life, then their duels are based on the power of the underworld. The power of the underworld? Basically, within them is a limitless amount of power. That power has already exceeded even my own expectations. The recent events in Sally have also occurred in the city. What? But that is only the beginning.
What do you mean? The beginning is Disney, the end is Disney.
Everything is still in the initial planning stages. The final plan is to ultimately revive the king of the underworld.
So you're saying Disney can get a cut on this?
What happens when he's revived? Everything will be destroyed.
No, as scientists, we were all gathered here to stop that from happening. Am I right?
Correct. The key to reviving the king of the underworld is in the old... Oh, right, that's what it was called in the end. The old NRD system in the BAD area. In the bad area. Yeah, because they called it NRD in the anime, not NRG. I looked at that and I looked at NRD and thought it was a typo.
Want to know something I find funny? That you mean to tell me that the people that are possessed by demons are in the bad place?
Around that area, there are 4 devices used to control the power of the old NRD system. I never knew anything like that even existed in the bad area. Your mission is to seal those 4 control units. How do we do that? The Signer's Dragon cards that you have each obtained through your destinies are no regular cards. The power to seal the control units lies within those cards.
Oh no, I just found Fansly on Pokemon Infinite Fusion. Oh, the Fairy Dragon is one of those cards, right?
Oh no. It is. Unfortunately, it is currently in the hands of the enemy. And because of that, the spirit world is indeed in danger.
I knew them punks at Pixar, the Dark Siders were behind this. This came out in 2010. They didn't own Pixar at this point.
You must seal the control units if you want to save this world. Of course, the Dark Signers will do everything they can to stop you. Isn't DreamWorks supposed to be more direct competition to Disney? Supposed to be like anti-Disney?
I'm just gonna make this point. First off, Pixar was formed out of people that left Disney because they were mad at Disney to be direct competition to Disney. Also, at one point in time, Pixar nearly took Disney out. Like, Disney was one more bad film away from selling out to Pixar. At least in the form of animation.
Oof.
Because they were sucking, and Pixar was at the top of their game.
Of course, the Dark Signers will do everything they can to stop you. If you do not defeat them, the threat of this world will endure. Defeat the Dark Signers and seal the control units. That is your destiny as Signers, according to the path set forth by the Crimson Dragon.
But do you know what Leo becomes at the end of the series?
Yeah?
What does he become?
Well, other than being a Signer, he actually does go on to become a Turbo Duelist.
Yep, a professional Turbo Duelist as a part of the Celebrity Twins.
I thought Luna wasn't part of that.
Nope, their group is called the Celebrity Twins. Now, Luna might not do turbo dueling. That's entirely possible, but no, that's what their group's name is.
I think Akiza went on to be a teacher at Duel Academy.
Let's be honest, Duel Academy needs more competent teachers.
Yeah, and still has the hots for Yusei, but is too shy to confess.
I need to make a couple of points here. Would you like to hear all my descriptions of the main teachers at Duel Academy?
Which Duel Academy?
Don't worry. This is going over the original and then into this Duel Academy. We have Crowler. Crowler from Wish. Crowler 2.0. Return of the Ancient Years. Or I guess technically it's Antique Gears, but still. Because we have Crowler. Then we have Bonaparte, which is Crowler from Wish. Then we have the guy that shows up in one filler episode in 5D's.
There is also Chancellor Shepard and Professor Banner.
Banner, first off, dies after Season 1. Chancellor Shepard isn't actually a teacher, and Banner teaches alchemy. Crowler and his various variants at this point all were the actual dueling teachers.
I find it hard to believe such a story, but there is something strange happening in Satellite. All of this is so sudden. I'm not sure what to think. But I'll fight to protect Satellite, my home and the home of my friends. You say.
Do you honestly want to know the easiest way Rex could have won this?
Just kill them all here and now?
Not even that. You don't even need to kill all of them. Just knock out Yusei. He defeats one of the main Dark Signers, putting his card in the reactor, and he is inevitably the one to defeat both Roman and Rex. So, if Yusei wasn't there...
Then, yeah, Rex probably would have won.
Or, counterpoint that also could have happened. There's only one other turbo duelist in this group. While it would have put them in more of a time crunch, the only person that could have replaced Yusei in the duel against Talon is Jack Atlas. Or you could have just, knocked out Yusei after the duel against Talon so nobody could stop you or your brother. But, so you also have to factor in, realistically, when you actually think about it, Yusei's probably got a piece, does have a pretty sturdy deck, but, I'd still rather duel him than Kalute or Red Dragon Archmage. As long as that brings me to the Spirit Wall too. What do I want to eat for lunch? Sandwich. I don't care about Destiny. I just know there are too many things I care about in Satellite to lose. Oh, really? Really now, Mr. Atlas? Tell me, what do you actually care about in Satellite? Because last I checked, you abandoned everything there, actively had the power to help them, and never did. So tell me, once again, what do you care about in Satellite?
I see.
Sorry.
Whatever your reasons, as long as you can bring peace back to this world. Oh, hey there, Trudge! The Zenigata of Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's.
You want to know what's even funnier about Trudge? If you pay attention in the anime and manga, Tetsu Trudge can be traced all the way back to Yu-Gi-Oh! The original,
yeah,
and all the way through to Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal.
Where does he show up in Zexal?
Possibly Arc V, but I don't remember. His name is specifically mentioned during Zexal at one point. He is one of the bullies in the original Yu-Gi-Oh! And his name is on the list of people that disappear when Yabel, starts stealing souls during Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Meaning, realistically, either not as much time as we think has passed between the original Yu-Gi-Oh! When Yugi was at school and Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's when Trudge is a cop, or Trudge is an immortal.
I knew about Trudge dating all the way back to the original / Season 0. Tetsu Trudge was the bully. But,
he still shows up in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters, by the way. Not just Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0.
When?
So, yeah, his bully character still shows up during the original Yu-Gi-Oh! It's in a flashback, but his character and them does still show up in Duel Monsters.
Yeah, but that's the only time it shows up.
But even if you wanted to argue that it was an alternate timeline or something for Season 0, you can't argue that he doesn't appear. So he's still there in the original. That he makes it through. He appears in GX by name. He appears in 5D's as a pretty relevant character. He still appears in Zexal, and he might be mentioned in Arc V. I can't remember correctly.
I think, wasn't there a Turbo Duelist in one of the Arc 5's, like, tournaments from the Synchro era that was basically Trudge and he lost, like, first game?
There was one that used the Goyo deck, but they were specifically an unnamed member of Sector Security. Which still could have been Trudge, for all we know. Man's like, I must hide my shame.
Hey, I heard about everything from Mina. But honestly, I'm surprised that you didn't actually say anything when I mentioned that Trudge is the Zenigata of Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds.
The name doesn't mean much to me off the top of my head.
Lupin the Third.
Once again, still haven't watched it.
You should. It's actually really good, really entertaining. The older seasons of Lupin the Third is very much like more goofy and Looney Tune-esque, in lack of a better term, whereas all later seasons are a bit more grounded while still being a little bit wacky.
You know what I was thinking? This man's William Afton. He always comes back.
But in Lupin the Third, there is a police inspector named Zenigata who is obsessed with catching Lupin. The only time that he will ever actually ally himself with Lupin is if there is actually a bigger threat or a bigger criminal that has to be dealt with, and Lupin and Zenigata has no choice but to work together to take him down. But after that, it becomes business as usual. He basically, literally, every single time a calling card is spotted by Lupin III, Zenigata is always the first on the scene, no matter where it is in the world.
Man, already across the freaking world dealing with one calling card. Sir, we found a calling card in London. Alright, where's my teleporter?
He even at one point, I think in like one of the movies, he actually created a Lupin detector.
Did it work?
Yes, it actually worked. It specifically was designed to detect Lupin by marking his DNA. And Lupin even asks, like, how the hell did you find me? And he literally shows off the Lupin detector that he himself built from scratch. Lupin's words, "Get yourself a girlfriend, I'm begging you."
The only girlfriend I need is justice.
And you want to know what always drives Zenigata up the walls? There have been times where he actually has successfully caught Lupin and put him in jail. In like the toughest maximum security. He is literally in the control room, watching on cameras, waiting and anticipating Lupin to make a move. Whenever he doesn't for like months at a time, he starts clawing up the walls, which results in Lupin escaping because Zenigata helps him unintentionally.
Wait, so he winds up helping him unintentionally because he's so in anticipation of him running away?
That it drives him batty and he's wondering what the hell is he doing? There's even times where he actually does escape and the chase continues and he actually does enjoy it.
What it sounds more like here is that Zenigata enjoys the chase of catching Lupin less than having Lupin captured.
Yeah, but he'll never admit it. They also can't really fire him because he is the professional on Lupin, knows all of his tricks and tactics and everything. And he actually has successfully captured Lupin on more than one occasion. It's just that Lupin always got away in the end. So if anyone can actually catch Lupin, it is Zenigata.
It's hilarious. We can't fire him because realistically, nobody else can catch this guy.
And he literally brings in like entire armies of police officers and SWAT teams with him just to catch this one man. I think there were even times where he worked with military and grabbed a tank.
And then you have Lupin. Bye.
No, Lupin always gets away. And you want to know what Lupin and his crew always calls Zenigata?
What?
Pops. They always call him Pops. They're like, oh, hiya, Pops!
Okay, hold up. What does Zenigata look like?
I will send you a pic really quickly.
Because I might know who that is.
His full name is Inspector Heiji Zenigata the 7th.
You know what might be a good place to cut off this recording at this point? Where we went off on a Lupin the Third tangent?
I mean, we can't get to a save point at the moment. So...
Oh no, we are going to once this dialogue is over. This is when Mason realizes he could have just used the gift search on... Okay, he's not who I was thinking of, but he still looks funny.
You all are gonna go try and save Satellite, right? Then let me come with you. I want to help.
No.
I want to help too. Let's take the helicopter. Let's be honest, Zenigata and Mina don't do shit.
In their defense, they do cart around Leo and Luna.
Okay, let's go to the bad area first. We'll gather everything that we need there. Oh, I was really hoping that they would actually add in the dubbed, the line they used in the dubbed, where Trudge is, shocked and is both shocked and angry that Yusei is there and he can't arrest him. Because let's be honest, leading up to this point, Trudge literally has an obsession with catching Yusei. Like, a la Zenigata. And literally, upon getting the helicopter that Trudge is the one that brought, Yusei tells him, I hope you brought the peanuts. Or I hope you didn't forget the peanuts.
You want to know what's even funnier to me? Do you want to know what switches his target away from Yusei? Emotional jealousy.
Because of Mina? Because if I recall correctly, he does have a thing for Mina. It's just that Mina has a thing for Jack.
Everyone has a thing for Jack Atlas. Whether or not they admit it, they do.
If this finally brings peace to the world, I promised Goodwin I'd get Daedalus Bridge completed. Let's see what Jack has to say.
Gosh dang it, you did it when I was eating. You're going too, right? Just don't do anything to hold us back, okay? Didn't we kick your butt already once?
Oh, there is a save point. So I think next recording, we actually kick off this chapter proper.
That next recording is also when we will have our first turbo duel.
Oh boy, so if we find out that the cheat did not work on the speed spells, we're gonna have to try and fix that.
That's easy. Just get max DP and start buying the Turbo Duel packs.
No, fair enough. We'll see you all next time. Bye.
See ya.